And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about it when he told us about the defense, kind of corralled him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Out to his left. Left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The Steelers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Back to the ground. It's Ridley again. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Weston sliding out of the pocket. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Burrow's throw here taken in by Ingram.
The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram: 7 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
From the 39,
Burrow. He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
23 yards on the play.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams marching right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Joseph.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now Ridley. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow.
He finds his man complete. It's Kramer.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Off the play fake. Weston rolling to his right. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his line.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. A little juke. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Throwing on 2nd down. Burrow looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Kramer. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Weston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
bounces away, no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
11,
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Burrow. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
McPherson on for the point after.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And now out come the Steelers. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Weston. This is intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Burrow looking to pass. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because It's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Off the play fake. Weston, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. McPherson on for the extra point.
And it's 21-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Weston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weston. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
This is caught inside the 15. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run here with Taylor.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before break. Weston. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this 1st half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here.
11 MT, 11. 12.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Burrow will throw. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to end up being complete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Taken from just outside the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 50 yards on the ground for him so far. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the bootleg. Weston. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. They'll run with Ridley, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Flush to his right. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Weston. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle, and it makes the score 21-10. That time a 6-play drive, and it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Kramer. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now Burrow on 1st down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 3rd down, Weston, he finds his man, complete. It's Joseph.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looking to throw. Weston throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Operating from the gun. Weston. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards.
And the Steelers have got it back to within a score.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and Remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
11 mighty, 11 coming.
Mixon with a first down carry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From midfield now, Burrow slings this deep from McLaurin. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 1st and 10, Weston. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
be 2nd and 8.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
This is Ridley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Off play action. Weston, he'll buy some time right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag.
After reviewing the
So
play,
a good decision that time by Zach Taylor.
Throwing on 1st down. Weston. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
from back at their own 10-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. And he finds McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the...
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Kramer. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
8 yards.
Here we go. Here we go. 11.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game. But to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost... It's taken down right at the 20.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Weston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Mixon trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
3rd and goal, Burrow.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on 3rd down, Weston. He finds his man, complete. That's Joseph. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense returns to the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. Here in the fourth quarter, defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try to bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at early's opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They're trying to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Steelers down by 8. 1:45 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. First and 10, Taylor now. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. They're going to try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Out is
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Bengals, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.